This article will be structured into 4 main chapters. Chapter 1, The Echo of Complaint. This chapter will explore the pervasive nature of complaining, dissecting why individuals often gravitate towards it and how it hinders personal progress. We will set the stage by painting a picture of the landscape of perpetual lament, where excuses and negativity overshadow potential. Chapter 2, The Catalyst for Change. This chapter will focus on the critical turning point, the moment of realization that complaints are a dead end. It will explore the shift from passive acceptance to active engagement, emphasizing the power of taking responsibility. We will examine the inner transformation required to abandon the victim mindset and embrace a proactive approach. Chapter 3, The Action Imperative. This chapter will delve into the core message, the call to action. It will outline the practical steps one can take to move beyond mere complaining and cultivate a mindset of achievement. We will explore strategies for setting goals, developing resilience, and overcoming obstacles. The chapter will focus on building momentum through consistent effort. Chapter 4, The Fruits of Effort. This chapter will illuminate the positive outcomes of choosing action over complaint. It will showcase the power of dedication and hard work, illustrating the transformative journey from stagnation to progress. We will celebrate the achievements and growth that result from embracing personal responsibility, fostering a sense of empowerment and continued momentum. Conclusion. The article will conclude with a summary of key points and the transformative power of moving from complaint to action, with an emphasis on continued personal growth and development. Article text. Chapter 1, The Echo of Complaint. The world often seems saturated with a chorus of complaints, a never-ending symphony of grievances and lamentations that resonate from every corner of society. From the mundane inconveniences of daily life to the more profound challenges that test the human spirit, it appears that a considerable portion of human energy is channeled into expressing dissatisfaction and vocalizing shortcomings. We often encounter individuals caught in a loop of negativity, perpetually finding fault with circumstances, blaming external forces for their misfortunes, and rarely looking inward for solutions or paths to improvement. This pattern of behavior can be seen in interpersonal relationships, in the workplace, and even on the grand scale of global affairs, creating a pervasive atmosphere of discontent. People have become masters at identifying what is not right, what is broken, what is unfair, yet they often seem to lack the motivation or perhaps the clarity to take proactive steps to address these issues directly. Instead, this energy is often spent in perpetuating the cycle of complaint, an endless feedback loop that seldom produces constructive change. This deeply ingrained habit is not merely an occasional expression of frustration, it often becomes a default mode of interaction, a way of relating to the world that has deeply embedded itself in both individual and collective consciousness. There seems to be a strange comfort found in solidarity, in shared dissatisfaction, where the act of complaining itself becomes a form of bonding, however unhealthy it may be. The problem with this approach, however, lies in its inherent passivity and its tendency to disempower the very individuals who are engaged in it. It fosters a victim mentality where external circumstances are seen as insurmountable obstacles, and personal agency becomes marginalized. This perspective makes it virtually impossible to see opportunities for growth, preventing people from recognizing their own potential to shape their destinies and to initiate positive changes. The continuous focus on what is not working creates a self-fulfilling prophecy, where dissatisfaction breeds further discontent, and the cycle continues. This reliance on complaint acts as a significant obstacle to personal progress, preventing the very individuals caught in its grip from achieving their aspirations, realizing their goals, and living fulfilled lives. Complaining offers a temporary reprieve from the discomfort of taking responsibility, creating a false sense of security in the illusion that one is acknowledging a problem, even if no action is taken to solve it. In reality, it is merely a way of avoiding the difficult but ultimately necessary path toward positive change and self-improvement, an often convenient avoidance mechanism that perpetuates cycles of negativity. Ultimately, it drains energy and potential, turning it into an empty echo of discontent rather than a powerful force for progress. The question then arises, why do we find ourselves so often drawn to the siren call of complaint instead of embracing the challenge of proactive engagement? This pattern is deeply entrenched and merits deeper examination to understand its roots and, more importantly, how to move beyond its limiting embrace. Chapter 2. The Catalyst for Change. The turning point in escaping the cycle of complaint often involves a profound moment of realization, a stark recognition that the constant act of lamenting is not only unproductive, but is also a significant obstacle to personal growth and achievement. It is the moment when an individual, often after years of passively accepting their circumstances and blaming external factors, finally grasps the futility of their position. This realization may come as a sudden awakening, a jarring encounter with a harsh truth that pierces through the fog of negativity, or it may be a gradual process of awakening, a slow accumulation of insights that collectively lead to a significant shift in perspective. Whatever the nature of this epiphany, it marks the crucial transition from a state of passive acceptance to active engagement. This shift requires a fundamental change in mindset, a willingness to abandon the victim mentality that has often been reinforced by years of habit and to embrace the responsibilities of personal agency and accountability. It involves acknowledging the fact that while external factors certainly exist and may create challenges, each individual ultimately possesses the power to shape their own response and to influence the course of their own lives. It's not about pretending that problems do not exist. Rather, it is about recognizing that simply complaining about them without taking proactive measures is both futile and self-defeating. This moment of awakening is not just about intellectual understanding. It is also about a deep emotional shift, a feeling of liberation from the weight of negativity and a newfound sense of empowerment and possibility. This transition requires a conscious effort to detach oneself from the comforting routine of complaint, actively choosing to break free from the patterns of behavior that have been ingrained over time. This often means accepting the discomfort that comes with stepping outside of one's comfort zone and embracing the challenges that inevitably come with taking charge of one's life. The path away from perpetual lament is not always smooth. It may involve confronting insecurities, overcoming fear of failure, and embracing the uncertainty that inevitably comes with stepping into the unknown. However, this shift is crucial for anyone who seeks to move beyond the limitations imposed by their own negative patterns of thinking and behaving. It is about reframing the narrative, transforming the victim's lament into a proactive pursuit of positive change, recognizing that each individual is not at the mercy of external forces, but a co-creator of their reality. This transformation hinges on embracing the power of intention, directing conscious effort towards finding solutions and creating opportunities rather than focusing on setbacks and limitations. It is a moment of profound personal empowerment where individuals realize their capacity to influence their own trajectories and to transform their lives through the power of action and commitment. Ultimately, the catalyst for change is the decision to stop dwelling on what is wrong and to begin focusing on what can be done to make things right, recognizing that the power to transform rests within each individual. Chapter 3. The Action Imperative. The core message that resonates from the depths of this transformative process is the absolute necessity to move beyond mere verbalization and embrace the imperative of action. It is not sufficient to simply acknowledge the limitations of complaining, nor to possess an intellectual understanding of the importance of personal responsibility. True change occurs when intention translates into concrete steps, when the desire for improvement becomes a commitment to consistent effort. This call to action is not about grandiose gestures or dramatic transformations. Instead, it is about cultivating a daily practice of actively working towards one's goals, focusing on small but consistent steps that gradually build momentum and lead to meaningful progress. It is about breaking down large, seemingly insurmountable challenges into smaller, more manageable tasks, each of which contributes to the overall objective. This approach acknowledges the importance of consistency, recognizing that significant change rarely occurs overnight. It is the result of sustained effort and commitment over time. The action imperative is also about cultivating a proactive mindset, constantly seeking solutions and opportunities rather than dwelling on obstacles and limitations. It's about developing the ability to learn from setbacks, viewing them not as failures, but as valuable learning experiences that provide essential feedback on the path to success. This perspective requires a degree of mental resilience, a willingness to persevere despite facing adversity, remaining focused on the ultimate goal even when the path becomes challenging or unclear. Cultivating this type of mindset involves setting clear and achievable goals, establishing a framework for success that is both specific and measurable. This approach requires a level of self-awareness, understanding one's strengths and weaknesses, and utilizing these to maximize personal potential. The action imperative is also about fostering a culture of continuous learning, actively seeking new knowledge and skills that will enhance one's ability to reach their desired objectives. It's about embracing challenges and opportunities as avenues for growth, seeing every difficulty as a chance to become stronger, more resilient, and more resourceful. The journey from complaint to action is not about avoiding discomfort. Rather, it is about embracing the discomfort that accompanies positive change, understanding that the path towards improvement is often fraught with challenges and requires perseverance. This path is about shifting focus from external blame to internal accountability, recognizing that one's own actions are the most powerful determinant of personal success. The action imperative is a rejection of passivity and a deliberate commitment to engaging fully in the process of creating one's own destiny. It is an embodiment of the understanding that true change happens not through wishful thinking, but through deliberate, consistent, and proactive effort. It's a realization that simply lamenting will never yield results, and only consistent, measured actions can bring the desired goals into reality. Chapter 4. The Fruits of Effort. The ultimate validation of the transformative journey from complaint to action lies in the tangible and intangible fruits that it yields. These rewards are not limited to material achievements. They encompass a profound sense of personal satisfaction, inner peace, and a renewed sense of purpose. When individuals consistently choose action over complaint, they embark upon a path that leads to not only external progress, but to internal growth and resilience. The effects of consistent and purposeful action are manifold. On a practical level, the results can be seen in the form of achieved goals, completed projects, and tangible advancements in various areas of life. There is a sense of empowerment that comes from taking control of one's own destiny, creating a self-perpetuating cycle of achievement and progress. However, the true fruits of effort go far beyond external successes. There is a fundamental shift in one's perspective, moving from a place of victimhood to a place of agency and power. The consistent pursuit of goals despite challenges and setbacks cultivates resilience, enhances one's sense of self-efficacy, and fosters a deep sense of pride in one's accomplishments. This process strengthens the individual's belief in their capacity to overcome obstacles, building a solid foundation for further growth and achievement. The shift from a reactive to a proactive stance brings a sense of mental clarity, reducing the emotional burden of negativity and fostering a sense of empowerment. This newfound perspective frees up energy that can be channeled into more productive and positive activities. It is a transformative experience that replaces helplessness with hope, doubt with confidence, and complaint with determination. This inner transformation is not just about achieving goals, it's about cultivating a life that is more fulfilling, more meaningful, and more purposeful. This inner progress is also seen in stronger relationships. When individuals become less prone to complaining and take more responsibility for their lives, their interactions with others improve dramatically. This positive impact affects both personal and professional relationships, creating an atmosphere of mutual support and encouragement. Those who embody the spirit of action inspire others, creating a ripple effect of positivity that extends far beyond their immediate circle. They become beacons of hope, demonstrating to others the transformative power of personal responsibility and consistent effort. The journey from complaint to action is not a destination. It is a continuous process of growth, learning, and self-improvement. It is a path that leads to greater fulfillment, inner peace, and a profound sense of purpose. The fruits of this labor extend to not only personal, but to collective well-being. This positive impact makes it all worthwhile. The rewards that come with choosing action over complaint are a powerful motivation to continue on this journey. They serve as a testament to the fact that individuals have the power to shape their lives and create positive change in the world around them. Conclusion. In summation, the transition from the habit of complaining to the imperative of action represents a profound shift in perspective that holds the key to unlocking personal potential and achieving meaningful progress. The continuous cycle of negativity and lamentation serves only to drain valuable energy, perpetuate a victim mentality, and hinder personal growth. However, through a conscious decision to embrace accountability, challenge one's negative thinking, and actively engage in proactive behavior, individuals can escape the limitations imposed by the pattern of constant complaint. This requires a fundamental change in mindset, an unwavering commitment to personal responsibility, and a steadfast dedication to consistent effort. The fruits of this labor are significant and far-reaching. They encompass not only the achievement of tangible goals, but also the cultivation of inner peace, resilience, and a profound sense of personal fulfillment. The power to choose action over complaint resides within each individual, and it is in making this choice that we discover our capacity to create a life that is not only more productive, but more rewarding. This transformation is not merely a personal endeavor, but also has a positive impact on our relationships, communities, and the world as a whole. The call to action is not a suggestion, it is a mandate. It is a challenge to abandon passive complaining and actively engage in the process of shaping our lives and our destinies. Through consistent effort and a proactive mindset, we can move beyond the echo of complaint and embrace the powerful potential that lies within each one of us. This is the essence of personal growth, and ultimately, it is the key to creating a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. The power to change is not external. It is internal, waiting to be ignited by the conscious decision to embrace action over lament.